కరోనా వైరస్ వల్ల దేశం ఆర్థిక పరిస్థితిలో ఉన్న ప్రజారోగ్యం విషయంలో ఎలాంటి నిర్లక్ష్యం చేయకూడదని కేంద్ర కేబినెట్ కార్యదర్శి రాజీవ్ గౌబా అన్నారు. ఆయన ఢిల్లీ నుంచి వీడియో కాన్ఫరెన్స్లో అధికారులతో మాట్లాడారు. ఈ సందర్భంగా ఆయన మాట్లాడుతూ కేంద్రం, రాష్ట్రాలు ఆర్థిక పరిస్థితుల్లో ఉన్న ప్రజారోగ్యం విషయంలో మాత్రం గట్టి చర్యలు తీసుకోవాలని, కరోనాని వెంటనే రూపుమాపేందుకు చర్యలు తీసుకోవాలని ఆయన సూచించారు.
But once again, let me, for very effective implementation of the lockdown, and based on that, we have been apprising you all of those revisions. And on 20th April, when we last met, we had explained the major changes, the activities that were permitted in the areas outside the containment zones. And at the risk of and the cost of repetition, let me reiterate that we had mentioned that the states are at liberty, they have the discretion to impose stricter guidelines based on their assessment of the situation, because the first and foremost priority is to check the spread of the disease, to bring it under effective control. And as you know, you are all aware, Health Ministry has been issuing statements and through the press conferences which we are organizing daily to disseminate information to everyone that the lockdown and before that the social distancing norms, the actions taken by the state governments, they have all resulted in significant improvement in the situation in terms of the the growth, the curve having been gradually flattened, and where we would have been but for the lockdown, those scenarios also we are very well conversant with. The mortality rate, and we have used this time to ramp up our preparedness very, very significantly. However, it's also a fact that the improvement has not been uniform across states. So I would urge that, going forward, let us maintain the strong containment action, especially in the hotspots, especially in the containment zones. Bring them also under control so that uniformly across the country, we can move towards normalcy. And also that the districts or the cities or the parts of the cities which have so far remained outside the definition of the hotspots, they remain so. So continued strong action on the surveillance front and on effective implementation of restrictions, that is first and foremost priority. Now, today, we will like to focus on and also get your views on 3-4 important issues. One, that on 20th, certain activities were permitted, except in containment zones. All agricultural activities, farming, animal husbandry, Manrega, and manufacturing in rural areas. Manufacturing was also permitted in industrial estates, export zones, SEZs, or wherever there is perimeter control, etc. Even in the municipal areas. Again, provided that they are not in the containment. The movement of goods were also, once again, it was clarified that irrespective of the distinction between essential, non-essential must be permitted. I mean, I don't have to emphasize that it's important that these activities also get fully resumed as per these guidelines. But if the states feel that no, in a particular district or particular pocket, they still don't need to be permitted, you must take that decision. Yesterday night, MHA has issued another revision permitting standalone shops and neighborhood shops to open in municipal areas outside the containment zones. And they have also permitted shops to open in rural areas. Malls continue to remain, in the prohibited category. And then there are certain restrictions on the number of persons to be, 50% of the strength, etc. Now, one purpose of today's meeting is to get a feedback on how these guidelines have been implemented, because our feedback has been so far that in several states, several districts, Manrega, manufacturing activities in these kinds of establishments have commenced. Of course, it will take time, but I think in some places the implementation has not been as smooth as was expected, because I will request Home Secretary to mention in greater detail, and also we have other laws like and Secretary Economic Affairs that these should be allowed to operate smoothly. In some places, I think some of our officers, some of our colleagues have interpreted the national directives and the SOPs overly strictly, I would say. And also, I don't think that every single establishment should require a separate permission. We should not lapse back into some kind of a license permit Raj. That will defeat the purpose of these permissions. And you all agree with me that it's very important that we revive and resume the economic activities and job creation, subject, of course, to the first and foremost, the most important aspect of containment of the epidemic. So that is one. And number two, the issue of migrant labor. We have all been seized of this problem, and it has been handled, I would say, with a great deal of sensitivity and in the states. There were hiccups initially. But from time to time, we were receiving inputs, we were receiving feedback from the states, requests. There are two aspects to this. One, that Secretary Economic Affairs will mention that, that labor, we have to facilitate their mapping and movement to the areas where economic activity, manufacturing activity has to take place, so that people get back to work, start getting paid wages, economic activity, when Manrega. But there are some stranded labor in some states who are not close to their places of work. I think that kind of mapping is not possible, or they are sort of restive. There is a longer angle also. So, based on the interaction with the states and based on the feedback received by MHA has been working with the states to facilitate movement of such migrant labor, stranded labor, in an orderly fashion and subject to the observance of the SOPs regarding social distancing and wearing of masks and quarantine, health preceded by health checkups, etc. And the third is the issue which Harsh Shringla, Foreign Secretary, will elaborate, is that of Indian nationals, particularly again the workers, labor, and some other distressed individuals who are stranded in foreign countries. And many of our state governments have been requesting us that we should begin to work out the arrangements or the modalities for their transportation.